My intention here is just to go through a few rounds of making up some powder charges using a Lyman 500 scale, which is what I have made thousands of bullets up on. And my intention is to make another video comparing this one to a digital scale dispenser. And what I'm trying to illustrate is the difference in the variability. So right now you can see I got the scale on 0. I've already calibrated it using the same weights that came with the digital dispenser scale system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it on a typical charge that could be 9.6 grains. And I'm going to make up 9.6 grains. What I'll typically, I got a scoop that's pretty close. Then I make another scoop and I trim it up until it weighs 9.6, or right on the daggum dot, as close as I can get. Now this problem with this scale, it's only as good as the operator. But you can see I'm right on 9.6, or right on 0, and then I got the beam set on 9.6. So I'm gonna dump it. I'll do another one. Get it close, and then trim up. So I get 9.6. That's pretty daggum accurate. I'm considering the width of that line to be about 0.025 grains, which is a fourth of a tenth. So if I might be a half of a line off, I might be 0.0125, which would be an eighth of a tenth of grain. Okay, then that one was that one. Dump another one. We'll go again. Trim up. This gets rid of the majority of the variability in the bullet speeds. And there's another one. Well, it gets rid of the variability in bullet speeds that's caused by differences in powder charges. I won't do anything, of course, for none of the other ones, but I'm going to do 5 here, and which is the fourth one. And I'm going to post this. Alright, so that's pretty dead on the money. There's a little bit of air current flowing around, so it will be affected by that, just a hair, a little bit of moving around. But alright, that was the fourth one. And this is the fifth one. I'll do the same thing. This is the way I load all my bullets. Well, this is the way I load all the bullets that I've got loaded out to the max. And there's another 9.6. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, just to show the repeatability of this scale, I'm going to take this charge off and I'm going to put it back on there and see if it goes back to 9.6. And you see it goes back to 9.6 that time. I'm going to put the same powder charge back on it, see if it goes to 9.6. And it does. I'm just illustrating the repeatability of this particular scale. So now it's back. I'm going to put it back on. And look at it again. It's on 9.6 again. So you can see just by that little exercise here that this scale is very accurate. It's very consistent. Whether the actual measured weight is right or not, I didn't illustrate it in this drawing and this video, but I calibrated it using the same calibration weights that I'm going to do on my digital scale. If you take a look, we look at it again, it's accurate. I will bump the scale. It returns back to where it was. It's pretty well dead on the money as far as repeatability. You notice it's back where it was. Okay. So the purpose of that, like I said, was just to illustrate the scale itself and what that scale does. Okay. And this is what I do when I load all the bullets that I make that are, I'm calling the max velocity bullets that are maxed out. I have a powder dispenser that I'm going to use, or I do use, on some of my other bullets that I would consider less critical.